Hi guys, and welcome back to TOUCAN Tarot. I hope you're well. This reading is Who Has a Crush on Me? So who has a crush on you? There's always somebody out there thinking about you that you don't realise. Maybe you have a few hints, maybe you kind of know who it is. But that's what we're here to find out. So we are picking a crystal, and we have crystal 1, crystal 2, and crystal 3. And what I'd like you to do is take a big deep breath in, big deep breath out, and I want you to do 5 deep breaths like that. And while you do that, have a look at which one attracts you the most. And again, I want you to be thinking about who has a crush on you. Right, all good? Okay, so we're going to skip straight in. So first of all, we have crystal 1. And this is Who Has a Crush on Me? So let's get straight to it. We're actually going to be using 3 decks today. First of all, we're going to start off with the Gateway to the Divine Tarot, which is a cracking deck. These have just fallen out here. Although that's just because I'm being an imbecile. I don't think it's a sign. I'm just being a pillock. Right, so who has a crush on you? First of all, we're going to look at the vibe of the person, a little bit about them, characteristics and so forth. And then we're going to go and look at why, or what it is that they're thinking about you. So let's have a look first at the person. Okay. Okay, so again, this is for the vibe of the person. Now let's go ahead and look at, and then of course I'll do an overview as soon as we've done this. So we're going to be using the Lunar Soul for this next part. Okay. With the Lunar Soul Tarot decks, they prefer their cards to be read all upright, so I like to stick to the tradition of the individual deck. So we've got 10 of Swords, Star. I'm actually going to pick 4 down here. This gives a little bit more insight. So 10 of Swords, Star, 2 of Swords. Oh, lots of swords here. Okay. Interesting. And then we're going to use the Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel Work Your Light cards and some advice about this crush. Right, so let's have a look. So we've got Pillar of Light. Oh, I just love these cards. Give me a like if you agree. I mean, Danielle Noel, her artwork is just insane. Great, and you're already doing it. Okay then, so pile 1, who has a crush on you? Or not pile 1, crystal 1. Who has a crush on you? Let's go. Okay, so in regards to the person, we've got the 9 of Swords, 9 of Coins, 9 of Swords reversed, 9 of Coins, 4 of Wands reversed, and the 4 reversed. I'm really getting an idea that this person, I'm just tuning to my guides as well. Yeah, we're dealing with a little bit of a wild, shall I say, perhaps a bit reckless, the kind of person that you, I don't know, he tries to impress. So, or she, obviously he or she, whatever relates to you, but this person tries to impress. And by doing so, they sometimes take a lot of risks, not great risks, stupid risks. So this person, a bit prone to danger. I would almost say they enjoy that kind of things, a little bit crazy. Yeah, definitely get that. Unreliable, I would say as well. So a real kind of daredevil go-getter, but actually volatile, because those situations, although I definitely think it would be fun, can obviously turn, upside down and into bad situations. So a bit dangerous in that sense of a character. However, and I would also say as well, I'm getting a really vibe here, so not really the smartest communicator, So he finds it really, really hard to communicate, which leads him to act like, I say he or she, but this leads them to act like, sorry to be quite frank, but act like a dick. So yeah, they can be like that. However, behind the scenes, this is a hard worker, and they're doing well at whatever it is they're putting their mind to, whether that be business or school, college, or what have you. They're doing very, very well. So successful in a certain field, although probably not communication. That's not their thing. I get the vibe. I mean, obviously you've seen the kind of risk taker we spoke about over here, and a bit of a dangerous character. I think that stems from family. I have a really strong, my guide is saying as well, really, this person didn't have the best upbringing at all. You see that here by the Four of Wands, the stability was missed. They didn't have their own paradise at home, so to speak. So I think that's where a lot of the volatility, I can't get my words out today. That's why this person is so volatile, certainly in emotions as well. And often when you get somebody that, of course, is trying to act out and, be tricks, and it's all an attention thing. In a good, not in a bad way, but it's a cry for attention because they're not receiving it necessarily at home. I definitely think that this person has suffered from that, whether it be now or in the past. And again, you've got the Four reversed here, which goes back to obviously the Knights of Swords and that same similar character, in the sense that, this is an individual that can point someone who is stuck in neutral. They're basically reckless, gullible, foolhardy. Again, drawing into here, which is why mixed with the dangerous kind of mind that they have, isn't sometimes the best situation. They basically take uninformed risks. They don't seem to understand the possible ramifications of their actions because they're either just unwilling to or unable to think things through. And that's what I'm saying about, on one degree, not the smartest tool in the box at all, but actually in other areas they are doing well. But yeah, just quite a dangerous mind and a volatile mind. Again, gullible, foolhardy, all those things rolled into one there. Yeah. So, I hasn't painted them in the best picture, guys. Sorry. The cards say what they say. And I also connect with my guides when I'm reading. And yeah, my guides are saying that. I get the idea that this person is probably anything from kind of 20, in their 20s to early 20s to late 20s. So obviously in that area there. Yeah. I would say we'll go back to them in a second, but in regards to how they see you, I think that they feel that you can help get them out. As I was going back to the family situation over here, underneath all the bravado and all the foolery and attention and all that kind of thing, there really is quite some pain beneath this person. Whenever you see this kind of character, there's reasons for it, like all characters, right? And all behavioural patterns. So there's been deep pain there and deep hurt, and definitely rooting from the family situation. But they look at you as someone that can heal them. They look at you as someone that can really help them. I don't think they're too embarrassed either about you seeing them. I think they know that you're the kind of character that would see them for who they are. I know a lot of this is bravado. Having said that, they probably wouldn't actually think that far, to be fair, but somewhere in there you definitely are. Yeah, they see you as someone that can help. I think they also, they definitely can't stop thinking about you, but I think it's a case of they don't want to put themselves on the line, because things are quite peaceful. I think this is somebody that you do know. Let me draw another card on that, actually. I'm going to use a lunar soul. And this, I was going to say, I think this isn't a complete stranger. Let's have a look here. Yeah, this is somebody that you do know, but you haven't known for that long. So someone that you've met, but yeah, you've not known for that long. Again, I think they just see you as somebody that can really help them out of this situation. So whatever brief encounters you have had, you have certainly made an impression on this person, without a shadow of a doubt. They see you as someone really strong, but they really can't stop thinking about you. Like, I mean, you see here, Nine of Swords, and I'm really getting from my guides, that is very much about them, not being able to get over you in that sense. Two of Wands, start of an adventure, they really like the idea of you, so I think they think that you can enrich them, and this is why they just can't stop thinking about you. Then we come to the advice here. We've got the pillars of light. So your vibration is rising, you are the oracle, and then we've got you are already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Yeah, they see you as somebody really strong and smart, with your shit together. They really do. And I think that they really think that that can help them in their journey and obviously in what they're doing. But yeah, this person really super, super, super has the hots for you. But I would be wary of those kind of obviously character traits, just because, again, certainly with the Knights of Swords reversed and the Fool reversed, it just strikes as I said, someone quite, they take uninformed risks, and when you've got a bit of a dangerous mind, that's not the best combination, and especially when mixed with wealth. So just, although I say wealth, I don't get a particularly materialistic person here. I think, in fact, because of, my guides say, because of the lack of unit that they've had in the past, I think that's something they very much want to create in the future. But they're just a loose wire. Whoever this person is, they need somebody to calm them and hold them down, because they really are a loose wire with not the best, as I said, dangerous mind. However, you meet characters like this, and I don't want you all to be too panicked about it, because you meet people like this, and it's not always negative, at all, because everyone changes. We all go through stages in our lives where we know, right, we're a bit of a dick at that point, or, I wish I hadn't have done this, or so forth and so forth. And that's this person as well. And sometimes it takes us to meet somebody. That's not to say that this is the person you're going to marry. I'm not getting any of that at all. Again, this is who has a crush on you. So, without going into it. But yeah, this person definitely thinks about you, but it's a kind of, just to round it up, it's a kind of situation as if they think that you can fix them, and help fix them, and they admire, you have what they haven't got, and they really admire that from you. I feel that because you are quite the opposite to this person, that you wouldn't touch them just because they're too live wire, and you're quite, certainly compared to them anyway, you're quite, relaxed, chilled, and a little bit more, you take pause and think for a minute before diving in. This person does not. So yeah, there you go. That is your crush. You have wildfire, a wild one on your hands. So Crystal One, I hope that you, and this resonated with you. If you wanted to go into this in more detail, or of course you wanted to ask another question, and this is a really short reading, guys, it's a quick pick a card, but you can book me for private readings. Info in the description below, so check that out. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to be posting quite a few different videos coming up, so yeah, look out for those. And great, I'll see you soon. Thank you so much, Crystal One. Again, just be a little bit wary of this one, but at the same point, I don't get anything negative. Sorry, just on a final note, I do get good things, but definitely reckless and a little bit of a danger guy there, bad boy type or girl. Anyway, much love and light. I hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Thanks. Hi guys, welcome back. This is for those of you that chose crystal number 2. So this is for crystal number 2, and this is for who has a crush on you. So who has a crush on you? Let's dive in straight away. First of all, we're going to be using the Gateway to the Divine Tarot. I love this deck. It's very spacey, very cool, very galactic. So let's go ahead. First of all, we're going to look at the energies, characteristics of the person. So let's see what we can gauge. from the type of person that we are dealing with here. Oh, lots of coins, money, 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 money. No, not necessarily that. I'll go into meanings in a minute. Sorry, I don't know why I just burst into song then. It just, let's have a look. 10 of Wands. And Page of Cups. Right. And then we're going to have a look a little more. I'm going to go into detail, of course, in a moment, but we're going to have a look a little more at connection with you. Oh, what's wrong with me today? All right. Let's have a look. So, Queen of Swords. Queen. 7 of Swords. A lot of swords over here, guys. 9 of Wands. Let's choose one more as well. Have a look. And with the Lunar Tarot, they prefer, well, they don't do meanings to their cards reversed. Not that I really go off cards meanings. I mainly read tarot through my guides, but I do like to follow traditional decks as well, and the tradition of each deck rather. And with this one, they prefer their cards not to be read in reverse. So we've got 9 Wands, Queen of Wands, a lot of Wands, a lot of Queens in there. And then we're going to go for some final advice cards. And we're going to use the Rebecca Campbell and Danielle Noel. I love Danielle Noel's artwork. Anything with these two together is just gold. Like If You Agree. I mean, let's choose one here in regards to your crush. Oh, I love... Oh, just look at that card. Awakening. Isn't that just the most beautiful card? I love the artwork. It really resonates with me. Again, hit that like if you agree, because I'm sure there's got to be more fans out there of these guys than just me. Awakening and Akasha. Interesting. Okay. Let's have a look here. Right, so let's just dive straight in then. Okay. Right, so first of all, let's have a look. So we've got 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Coins, 10 of Wands, and Page of Cups reversed. So this is, we're looking at the characteristics of the person that has a crush on you. First of all, definitely someone that's truly in love with their work. You know, they exhibit great talents and skills, excellent team players, great communication skills, and they know how to deliver exactly what people want. So, you know, definitely a sharp character, and yeah, loves work, loves work, and is proud of work. And they work hard to build, you know, what they want as well. Or definitely, if this is, you know, you're younger and are looking at someone younger here, we're looking at someone that definitely is working hard to build a really good future. So really stable, quite cool character here. You know, they make great decisions. We're looking at someone really confident. But yeah, love home. And I feel that this is someone that definitely when they settle down, or yeah, I think certainly someone that loves, I was going to say renovating, or, you know, doing up their house, basically a homely person, but a very hands-on person at that. Again, takes great pride in what they do with their work as well. We're probably seeing someone, definitely obviously moving on from that with the creative side, which fits in beautifully with the 10 of Wands. So yeah, super creative person that we've got here. Really talented, in fact. But I think they suffer from their own kind of punishment box in the sense that, you know, they're so accountable, both in professional and their personal life, that they can end up carrying responsibilities, although I think that again it's their own mind responsibilities that they kind of build in their mind, but again this all normally comes hand in hand with someone that has these characteristics of hardworking and successful at that. So you've got a successful person here, ladies or gents, successful person for sure, and definitely a home builder, which is always nice when you're looking at love situations. We've got the Page of Cups again here, and you know, my guides are literally telling me now. So basically someone, I think, a little bit insecure, may I say. I think this person definitely needs to be shown, you know, they don't let their guard down. or they need attention. They need that attention until they feel that they're definitely loved. So, until they've got that assurance, I think there's definitely tendencies there of a jealous, not necessarily jealous, but more insecure. Well, yeah, jealous as well, but that's because it's their own insecurity. I think that definitely delves into their past, my guides are telling me, and their life as a child. Again, this is a real clip it, guys. A real brief outline of your crush. Obviously, if you want to get into this in more detail, then we can do a reading. But yeah, so we're looking at someone really hardworking, definitely future home orientated, and takes great pride in home and work. They put a lot of stress on themselves, but then, obviously with success and so forth, sometimes that comes. So a really good all-round hardworking guy with integrity and creative, I would say. I say guy, girl as well. But yeah, that's the character of the person. In regards to you, definitely... just trying to look at my guides here, run the traditional meaning. I think this person's super afraid to let their guard down and let you in. So obviously they've seen you, but for some reason, they're afraid. I think they maybe have actually tried to kind of suggest something with you, but you've knocked them back. But I feel you've done that without realising that they're actually trying it on. So, or maybe you did, but subconsciously somewhere, but I don't think you actually realised consciously that this person was trying, making a move. So definitely, I think that they're a little bit guarded because of that, without a doubt. I think, they see you as kind of a lone wolf, definitely someone that kind of, doesn't necessarily need other people. And this, again, obviously going about, remember we mentioned that this person does have insecurities there. I feel that that's definitely something with you, that, they see you as this person that doesn't need anyone. So therefore, why would you need them? Again, I'm not trying to portray a weak person here at all. That's one slight of their character. But definitely they're worried to obviously approach you because they think that definitely you're someone that's possibly overlooked them as well. I mean, they see you as someone that everyone kind of adores, and that you fought. They see you definitely as someone that's fought as hard as they have as well, and as a good, strong character, and they think the world of you in that sense. And, they put you on a pedestal. You see that here with the Queen of Wands. They seriously put you on a pedestal and, really build you up. But yeah, I think they're a little afraid. Again, I think when they've tried to initiate something in the past, it hasn't quite gone how they thought. But again, I think that's more because of a fumbled attempt rather than actually making it clear to you that they're interested in you. So I'd say to you, maybe be on the lookout for people that you wouldn't think of, because you definitely know this person. And they have attempted in some way, and one thing I'll say, guys, sometimes I think, I wish, the person that I would like would do X, Y, Z. Whereas we all have our fumbled moments, no matter how perfect we are, we all have our fumbled moments. And this person definitely has had that with you. You just need to kind of wake up and look around you. You see that with awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. And definitely I'm feeling that this really speaks of that you need to kind of wake up and look what's around you, because you've got a really good, quite a creative soul here, who definitely would be a dedicated kind of, as I said, they're a team player. I mean, guys, they're going to build you a house. Just a really cool person. But yeah, you need to kind of wake up, because you're completely missing this person and you're not noticing them at all. And use your gut. I think you won't necessarily, I think this is somebody that you wouldn't necessarily be attracted to at first sight, but guys, it doesn't always come at first sight, and some things you have to give a go. So the next time you meet someone that you think, are they kind of trying it, just give it a go. What's the worst that can happen? You're not going to get on, and you let it go. But definitely, I think this guy needs a chance because actually, or this person needs a chance because actually they're super cool. But you need to kind of look outside the box and just trust your gut as well. Trust your gut, you'll know. And listen to your gut more when you meet people. You know, don't always go off that first initial. I mean, obviously, people say the first initial instinct is your gut, but I think we can be really passive in that first thought. All the people, the majority of people you'll meet in life, you know, you wouldn't pick up in a lineup. It's ridiculous. So, yeah, I think the lesson to you is you need to wake up and look what's around you. Give things a chance because you've got someone really cool here that has a crush on you. So yeah, that was exciting. Again, a really quick reading, guys. If you wanted to go into this in more detail and you want to ask more questions, just hit me up. All my details are in the description box below. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it resonated with you. That's a really lovely reading. I'm just going to give you a personal quick card for you personally. So this isn't to do with your crush, but just for you personally right now. What the universe wants you to know. Initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. So again, you know, this speaks beautifully with what we're saying up here, even though it wasn't to do with your crush, but it speaks of, you know, you're ready to go to that next level now. You know, I think you hold yourself back with first impressions a lot. And that's what my guides are telling me. You need to kind of, and again, we're not just talking about love. I think everything in life. You need to look that there's so much more. Look at this card, so beautifully illustrated. But look at that beautiful little beach area that is just, if you just snip outside the cave, which is your own mind right now, and if you just open that up a little bit more, you'll actually see so much beauty exists around you, including your crush. So yeah, hit subscribe, guys. I'm going to have lots of different readings coming out soon. And I may actually release some little spells and things like that as well, affirmations. So definitely comment down below if you'd like to see some of that. But I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you would, again, all details are down below if you want to go a little bit further into this. But yeah, have a super cool day. Wherever you are in the world, let me know where you are actually, because, you know I get people viewing from all over the globe. Obviously, I'm in London. You can tell by my accent. But yeah, where are you guys? And let me know what you thought of this. Okay, so crystal number 2, it's been a pleasure. It's been emotional. And see you soon. Hi guys, welcome to crystal number 3. So if you chose crystal number 3, this reading is for you. And today we are looking at who has a crush on you. Right, so we're going to dive straight into this, guys. First of all, we're going to use Gateway to the Divine Tarot deck. And we're going to be looking at the character of the person that has a crush on you. Oh, they're always so exciting, these readings. We don't even realise half the time who has a crush on us. And there always will be somebody there. Normally someone you least suspect. Or maybe you know this person already and have suspicions. Let's find out. So we're looking at the characteristics of this person. Interesting. So we've got Ace of Cups reversed, Page of Swords, 9 of Cups, and Ace of Coins. Oh, quite a few Ace reversed there, guys. Then we're going to be using the Lunar Soul Tarot. God, my words are getting really mixed up today. Lunar Soul Tarot deck. And for this, we're going to be looking at, obviously, the connection of your crush to you. With these cards, we don't do reversed. I like to stick to traditional ways of each deck. And that's what the Lunar Soul Tarot prefers. So we've got Judgment, 9 of Discs, 8 of Discs, and the Hanged Man. Right, and then we're going to use some, oh, I love this Oracle deck so much. Danielle Noel and Rebecca Campbell, Work Your Light. When these two get together, oh my God, it's just a dream. Let's have a look what advice we can get in regards to your crush. So we've got Mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And then my guides are saying that I need to keep this, 2 came out then, and my guides are saying that we need to keep this 3rd one out. So I'll pop this down there and we'll go into the after. Break the chain, And then, oh, TOUCAN. Okay. Let's have a look. This is a nice little spread we've got here. Right, okay, so let's have a good look here. Right, immediately, I can tell that this person is a super, super smart person. So we're dealing with someone with a really smart mind. So congratulations, guys. Always super good to go out with the smart ones. Yeah, so this crush, super sharp mind. Super, super, super sharp mind. Also, before we even go into this, as I was laying down the cards, sorry, my guides were pretty much screaming to me that this person is definitely someone that you work with, or at school. So either work or school, obviously dependent on your age there. This is definitely someone that surrounds you daily. So yeah, you're looking at a work colleague or a classmate or someone at your school, we're talking about. But yeah, really smart person. So definitely a clever clogs. Really, really sharp mind. Not just, smart, but yeah, very quick thinker, really good at solving problems and getting someone, not necessarily geeky, in fact, super flamboyant. They think they're super sexy. But yeah, getting a really kind of, I'd say a little bit show-offy in there as well, but they are super smart. So they're, not necessarily someone that surrounds themselves by millions of people, and they do love their own space as well. Because they love problem solving, and they love getting drowned in their own head and own mind as well, creativity. But definitely, yeah, very, very sharp mind that we're dealing with. I think, again, so concentrate over long periods of times. So if you are at school or at work, who's that person that just never loses concentration, is always on it? That's who we're talking about here. Let me know if that resonates in the deck below, in the comments below. But yeah, we're dealing with someone super, super sharp here. Also, they're just super enjoying life. They love life to in the excess. As I said, not necessarily in a large group gathering kind of way, but they're very content. Love, and again, obviously, if this is someone, if you're younger, and this is someone either at school or college or university, this is someone that's really, really enjoying life and takes it day by day. And loves life. And as I said earlier, they definitely think of themselves as, very sexy. They think that they bring out the sexy in others as well. So that's what gives them that flamboyant edge there. But yeah, I think for whatever reason, they're a little bit of getting through a stalemate. I think they've had some bad news recently. So this isn't much character thing, it's just something that's coming through. They've definitely had some bad news recently, and it's put them in a bit of a stalemate situation, to this usual kind of quick thinking, loving life attitude. So there's definitely something in the background, although I'm not necessarily sure that you'd see that on the surface right now. And moving on to how they feel about you, and the connection, obviously, and why the crush with you. I think this is somebody that definitely, I think they actually might dig you. I think that you might think these people quite judge you, actually. But it's often the case of that when someone is being, judging like that, they're afraid to open up to you, basically. It's the typical thing of, when we're younger in the playground, of the boys that are being mean to you actually fancy you. It's kind of that thing going on here. But obviously, on a bit more of a grown-up scale. Yeah, so definitely someone that calls you out on things, and again, you could feel like this person's judging you unfairly, and that they test your boundaries, let's just put it that way, and they definitely test your boundaries. They love your company. I mean, they see you, I spoke about over here, with the Nine of Cups, and also how that signifies loving life and so forth. And they definitely see you as that person as well. Someone that really enjoys life. They see you as an independent soul, which they like, because again, even though they have got this bit of flamboyancy to them, and this little Justin Timberlake, mind you, God, I'm showing my age. Justin Timberlake, sexy. Do you think Justin Timberlake's still sexy? I don't know, but yeah, I say that because I'm bringing sexy back. They've definitely got that kind of vibe, but they also love their own space and their own time, and they appreciate that in you as well, that you are independent and that you do have that vibe going for yourself also. I think that you've just got a lot in common with this person, actually. You kind of giggle at the same things, you share the same interests, basically. So definitely, if you're kind of working out who this is, definitely have a think about some of the hobbies that you have, or someone that constantly makes you laugh, either again at work or at school. I definitely think that they do definitely give you the giggles. I think they're hanging back, the hangman, the feelings towards you. They can't make up their mind of whether to put their feelings on the line, basically. This, again, I think because they see you as quite an independent person. And I think normally they probably would, actually, because they are quite confident in that department. And when they like someone, again, they're not a peacock type person at all. I'd say the reverse of that, although they're probably like the best of people, actually. I think so, anyway. The ones that I call them strong but silent. I don't mean strong macho, but strong as in really strong mentally, super smart person, but silent, not one of these that gives it the large and, is always centre of attention and the person everyone hears in the room. This one's kind of the cool, collected one at the back. They're kind of, this person's definitely giving that vibe. But I think normally, certainly when they know what they want, they go and get it. But I think in this instance, because of what's happened up here, I spoke about that they've had bad news, or going through, a bit of a trauma, or something's happened that's put them at this, it's stopped them in their tracks, put them as a stalemate. And I think that's also got something to do with why they're kind of holding back as well, because I think if that issue hadn't have arose, life would have been sweet. This would have been something that they would have easily pursued. But because there's just, some important shit that's happened in their life recently, I think that unfortunately the crush on you has kind of gone on the back burner. However, the crush is on you. They're very much into you, but the approaching you, I think it's like that. But again, not necessarily because of how they feel, but because they've just got a lot of shit going on, basically. I'm sorry, I'm swearing in this today. I don't know why. I don't normally swear so much, so apologies for that. Maybe that's this person, the vibe I'm getting through. And then we've got the mirror and break the chain as advice cards. And as we mentioned, this fell out as well. My guide said to keep it out. I love this card, and we'll go into that in a second. But with the mirror and break the chain, I definitely, and going back down here, when I mentioned that this person kind of niggles you, not niggling you, but they kind of call you out, and again, they kind of poke you. I think that they definitely trigger something in you, and that's going here again. But actually, it's something that you are alike in that way. So I think this, again, it goes back to that you have interests and you have a lot in common. I think that's because you actually are quite a lot alike. But I don't think this is necessarily someone that you would have considered up until now. But definitely, the divine is urging you to break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And that actually goes back into, I'm feeling family ties with this, breaking family chains, or past relationship chains. So things that you're used to doing, I think that for whatever reason is blocking, obviously what's blocking him from kind of coming through to you is this thing that's going on in his life, this recent news. And the thing that's blocking you is I think, repeated patterns. So we can go further into that as well, in healing as well. I do offer, of course you can go into this reading more in a tarot, but I do offer healing sessions as well. So do email me if that's something you're interested in. But definitely breaking the chain, healing, rewriting the future. And that's super exciting for you because it means that you've got a whole new, adventure about to begin. And actually, I think that this crush could have a really positive impact, my guides are telling me, on that. If only you can kind of, again, break the chain of what you usually go for. Not what you usually go for, because this person's very you. But I think for whatever reason, the initiation to kind of put this in place isn't normally something, whether it be the work or the school thing. You know, don't normally date guys you're that age, I'm not sure, or at work. But I definitely think that you need to break the chain from what you've done in the past to go forward with this. Um, and that ties in beautifully to longing for home. And this is what my guides are telling me is an advice for you personally. So, you know, obviously that's what's going on with your crush, which is super exciting. You've got a super hot person here, guys. And I definitely, my guides are telling me, you know, the cards haven't said this, but the guides are definitely telling me that this person is definitely physically attractive as well. So, you know, they're aesthetically very, very pleasing, which is always nice to hear. Hubba hubba. And I know this sounds ridiculous, but I'm getting a Zac Efron vibe. You know, that's what I can see here. That kind of chiseled, yeah, not necessarily tall and skinny, but kind of, you know, that chiseled Mark Wahlberg, not looks-wise Mark Wahlberg, but Zac Efron kind of, you know, figure is what I'm kind of feeling. Let me know what you think of that in the comments below. But going back to advice for you, Min TOUCAN, so longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Firstly, isn't that just a gorgeous and pretty card? I love Danielle Noel's artwork. And this is really calling you. And I'm feeling this as well. As I said, you know, this is really something, not just saying about breaking your past patterns to do with your crush, because that's definitely what that relates to. But that card goes beyond a little bit more, and it talks about, you know, breaking ancestral patterns and past lives patterns, and moving forward, breaking the chain. And, you know, Mitakan, the original light workers, I feel that you're a really spiritual person. Really spiritual. Whether you know that, whether you actively participate in light worker activity, whether you read tarot yourself, or whether, you know, you connect with your guides or meditate, or I think you could even really be into your Tai Chi or Qigong. I'm not too sure, but even if you've not yet, you definitely need to be, because yeah, it's time for the next phase, and it goes into here. And notice I didn't just say ancestral patterns, but I did say past life patterns. That's something my guide's telling me, that you really need to look at your past lives as well, and cut those cords, you know, the things that don't necessarily serve you. So if you want to know a bit more about that, definitely email me. But this card speaks of, you know, looking for home, and you're about to find your home. I think you've, you know, in regards to your beliefs and your God, your everything, you know, your what ifs and your hows, and how did I get here, and what do I believe, and what do I think. I think that these are things that have always niggled you, and you haven't been able to put your finger on it, but you've found this world, the light worker path. And if you haven't yet, you're about to, because you belong right here, maybe even on this side of the camera. But yeah, I really feel like you're just a beautiful soul, and you've got lots of amazing energy inside you. And again, my guides are telling me you were born to be a light worker. So this is a really good adventure about your next stage for you as well. I'm so sorry, that got completely off context to your crush. It did tie in here though, and that's why it fell out with that. Remember, it fell out at the beginning, and that's because this is just, I mean, I sometimes do pick an advice card at the end, not related to the question, but for you, the watcher. And I wasn't going to, but yeah, I'm so glad that popped out. So really super exciting, super smart guy. You might have to make the first move because there's a few things going on here. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you thought, if that resonated with you. And I want to know how you guys got on actually. So come back and let me know the outcome of this. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed the reading. Again, if you did want any either healing or further tarot readings, or info in regards to connecting with your guides, you can email me. Info's all down below. Please hit subscribe. I'm going to be releasing lots of videos on all the subjects that I've just spoken about, and more. If there is anything else that you'd like me to discuss, pop it in the comments below. Guys, thank you very much. Have a super awesome week. I hope this resonated with you. Yeah, super, super lovely. So I hope you meet this guy soon. Open up your eyes because he's around you. Remember, work or school. And yeah, let me know. Peace out, guys. Thanks so much.